Hey everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Dime, and today I'm back with another Amarone. That's right, another one from Trader Joe's. This time it's the 2018 Ca Storica Amarone dell Valpolicella. One day I'll not get tongue-tied on Italian all the time. It's 14% alcohol by volume, and I paid $16 for it, and that's rounding up at Trader Joe's. So the other day I did a $18 Amarone, and I'm interested to see how this stacks up against it being $2 cheaper, because finding one that was that good at $18, if I found another one that's still reasonably good at that price point, then I might be just a super happy camper. But we don't know until we get into it. All right, so from a color standpoint, I'm gonna give you a medium ruby, no artifacts, no cloudiness. All right, so on the nose, so this is definitely already different from the other one. Most notably, in the color, it has some development going into turning into garnet. On the $18 one, this one, not so much. It's still ruby, so it lacks a little bit of that development in the color. Also on the nose, it's more fruit forward and less spicy, and there's not as much of a hint of like that tertiary maturation. The other one didn't have a ton, but it had definitely more than this. So with that being said, I'm getting some raspberry, a little bit of black cherry. There is some spiciness, so I can tell there's a little bit of a cinnamon. There's like a nutmeg. There's a touch of what smells like cocoa powder. The alcohol is about as noticeable on the nose as the other one was. Overall intensity on the nose is medium. There's also a little bit of like a red plum, and maybe a touch of blackberry. Anyway, how does it taste? All right, so tannins. Tannins are definitely medium plus tannins. They don't taste as rough as the $18 bottle, but they have a sort of streakiness. Like you drink it and it's kind of like scratching like nails down your tongue. That's the way it kind of feels whenever you're drinking this wine. So it does have like a different sort of sensation. Still medium plus. Actually, the wine is actually slightly bitter. It is a dry wine, but there is like a slight bitterness to this wine. Like that, kind of like that cocoa powder that I mentioned is almost like a really like dark chocolate type of cocoa. It's just, it is bitter. It's just bitter, and that's the way it is. In terms of the fruit though, the fruit is present. It's not developed. It's more leaning towards fresh fruit for pretty much everything. There's really nothing on the fruit that I didn't get on the nose that I'm not getting on the palate. And in terms of the secondary, it's pretty much medium intensity across the board on the secondary elements, and that's fine. I mean, the fruit is probably about medium plus. The secondary is medium, and there's really no noticeable tertiary. Also, there is I would say it's probably about a medium finish, mostly because after that, it keeps going, but the bitterness kicks in, and I wasn't too much of a fan for that. Anyway, how does it rate? We don't know until we get to the blick. So in terms of balance, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a full point. Everything seems fine. The tannins do need to be calmed down, but they're not so weird that it would throw anything out of whack, so full point. Length, medium, finish, half a point. Intensity, medium on the nose. I'm gonna go ahead and give you medium plus on the palate. So we'll do maths. We'll just say that's 2/3 of a point. And in terms of complexity, I'm getting good range of primary. I am getting secondary, getting no tertiary, so another 2/3 of a point. So in the end, you come up shy of 3 points, and I think good is accurate. I know I could round up and go to very good, but the bitterness of this wine is something that I'm not necessarily appreciating as a solo drinker. Now, it'd probably be fine with food, especially if you're adding something that has just, I'm not gonna say it needs to be sweet, but it just needs to have something that counteracts that bitterness within the wine, and you'll probably be fine with it. I do think I do prefer the $18 one a little bit more. So the one that I reviewed last, which I'll put here, it should be here. Just go ahead and take a look at that one, because for $2 more, I think you're getting a more slightly sophisticated wine that's a little bit more developed, and it's more enjoyable than this one. Anyway, this has been Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you liked today's review, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you had the Ca Storica Amarone dell Valpolicella? Almost messed that one up again. I'd be interested to know if you have. Leave a comment below, and I'll see y'all again soon with another review from Wine on the Dime.